Corn, a North American cereal grain, was the most important cultivated plant in ancient times. Because it was nutritious, easy to store and carry, adapted to diverse growing conditions, and provided food and fuel, corn became a staple food for most cultures in early Mesoamerica. Corn was cherished by the empires of the early Americas, including the Mayans, the Incas, and the Aztecs. Most historians believe corn was domesticated in the Tehuacan Valley of Mexico, where it was cultivated by the Mayans, the Olmec, the Aztecs, and many other empires. An archaeological study of the Bat Caves in New Mexico revealed corn cobs that were 5,600 years old by radiocarbon determination. Archaeological evidence of corn's early presence in the Western Hemisphere was identified from corn pollen grain considered to be 80,000 years old, obtained from drill cores 200 feet below Mexico City. Corn was a very important cultural staple in Mesoamerica, where it was eaten whole or ground into flour for bread and tortillas. Other parts of the plant were also used. The husks would be used for mats, baskets, and dolls, while the cobs would be burned for fuel. Corn was so important to the ancient Mayans that it even had spiritual and religious significance. According to Mayan legends, humans were created from corn. In addition to this creation story, many other Mayan legends revolve around corn, and images of corn have been found on many archaeological artifacts, murals, and hieroglyphs. Corn spread through the Americas beginning in 2500 BC because of advanced trade networks based on surplus and varieties of maize crops. After European contact with the Americas in the late 15th and early 16th centuries, explorers and traders carried maize back to Europe and introduced it to the other countries. At first, corn was only a garden curiosity in Europe, but it soon began to be recognized as a valuable food crop. Within a few years, it spread throughout France, Italy, all of southeastern Europe, and northern Africa. Corn spread to the rest of the world because of its ability to grow in diverse climates. By 1575, it was making its way into western China, and had already become important in the Philippines and East Indies. Throughout history, corn has been used in a variety of different ways. During the mid-1960s, about 75% of corn was fed to livestock. 13% was exported, and the remainder went into human food and industrial products. By 2000, the relative amount of corn fed to livestock had decreased to 60%. 22% was exported, 6% was used for high fructose corn sweetener, 6% was processed for ethanol, and 6% went into other products. Today, between 90 and 95% of the crop is harvested for grain. The remaining 5 to 10% is grown for silage. Some industrial uses for corn include filler for plastics, packing materials, insulating materials, adhesives, chemicals, explosives, paint, dyes, insecticides, pharmaceuticals, organic acids, solvents, antifreeze, soaps, and many other things. One huge advantage of the use of corn could be understood through the benefits that the U.S. agriculture industry receives from corn-based ethanol's production and use. Because this type of ethanol only uses corn, which is the most popular crop in the U.S., there would be no need to import materials to produce the fuel. In addition, both the agriculture and farmer income would grow, and the abundance of jobs for corn growers would increase. All of this will help translate to a healthier agriculture industry. While corn-based ethanol as fuel is a large advantage to the agriculture industry, it also comes with disadvantages. When corn is used to make ethanol, it can wipe out conservation lands, habitat, and can pollute water supplies. As you can see, corn has had many different uses over time, and it still remains today as one of the most important crops in the world.